Hello, everybody. Hi, Beverly. Hi, Sapphire. I welcome back. I think you were here yesterday. I thought today I start with my curly hair to say hello to everybody before we start drawing while we're waiting for people to turn up. Hope everybody's okay and hope that all of you are having a good time. And if you joined me last night. I mean, I don't know whether it was night or morning in where you live, but yesterday definitely. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please show me a thumb up if my picture is okay, and if you can hear me properly, please, or say yes or something in the comment. Fantastic. Thank you very much for letting me know. Right, while I think I'll wait for a little while, for a couple of minutes before we start drawing, in case people are a bit late. Tell me, did you manage to do complete the nose yesterday? Any of you? I saw one person sharing the nose, the completed nose on Facebook, which was brilliant. Unfortunately, my memory is like a fish, and there were so many comments. I can't remember the names, but definitely one of you it was. So whoever it was, thank you very much for sharing the nose. So hello, David. Where's everybody from? From the fact you're saying morning, Sapphire and Beverly, I think you must be from the other side of the world than me. In here is 4 o'clock in the well, nearly evening. Oh wow, it was you. Well done. It was really, really good. I really loved it. It was really good. Oh, Beverly's from Canada. Yeah, I guessed so. Where are you from, David? I don't know whether oh, you are in Montreal, and Sapphire. Am I saying your name right? I keep calling you Sapphire, and I have no clue. Hello, Katie. Everybody's from America or Canada, so far away. You are so good as well. It must be quite early in the morning there. I wouldn't wake up that early. Oh, you're so good. That's fantastic. You're keen on learning, and that's great. Uh, okay, I'm gonna wait for another minute. It's 7 o'clock. Oh dear. Well done. I'm so proud of you. Michigan, USA. Well done, Sharon. It's great to have all of you here, and I think that I'm gonna start. Uh, I found something last night that all of you have been singing what I was drawing back to front. It wasn't my fault. And it doesn't make any difference in the learning process. It's just, it was a technical thing. The platform that I'm using is called StreamYard, and apparently it turns it back to front. So this morning I had a good chat with ChatGPT and with all the technical Google, and they told me what to do, not to have it back to front. So yeah, so today is not that way. It's absolutely right way round. So but as I said, it didn't matter anyway. You know, the techniques and everything was exactly the same, would be exactly the same. Hello, Shirley Polly from Chester. Hi, I've seen you in the group as well, a lot. So welcome. I'm gonna start and hope you enjoy it today. And if anything went wrong, I keep my eye every like 30 seconds on the chat. So if anything's wrong or if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you very much. So let's change the camera. I hope I can do that. Wish me luck. I'm not technical. There we go. Hurrah. You got it. You see in the dog on the left-hand side, don't you? Say yes, please. I mean the picture of the actual picture in picture must be on the left-hand side. Great. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna start. Right. Okie dokie. So this is the line drawing, and I tried to do it really faint because I didn't want too much line on my paper. I didn't want any indentations on the paper. That's the first thing I wanted to share with you today. So when you do your line drawing, try your best to not to press too hard. I know that we want to see the line drawing, but most of the time, you know, if you just see it enough, that would do. Because if you create indentation in your paper, then it's sometimes not easy to get rid of and cover. I'm afraid you're gonna hear my sharpener's noise a lot today because I didn't sharpen my pencil. Sorry. Well, I got carried away with everything else, so I didn't do that. Okay, and now I'm just gonna cover my paper with a piece of glassine, and I'm gonna kick off. Right. So as I mentioned yesterday, but I'm gonna repeat it today if you weren't here yesterday, on a smooth paper like Strathmore that I'm using now, or hot press paper, the rule of thumb is to go from light to dark, because once you have put dark pencils or dark pigments on the paper, it's not very easy to get rid of the dark. Especially it is important in something like this, because when you have a strong highlight, if you, for example, by mistake put a dark color on this highlight, it's almost impossible to get the white back. You can lighten it definitely, like I think yesterday I lightened some part of the nose when I put dark colors on, but you can't get it back to white. So it is really wise to actually start with your light colors. Also, on something, when I have something like that I want the highlight to be strong, I make sure that I have minimum of the line art around it, because it can drag in with the pencil strokes. It could contaminate your highlight, the graphite line. So sort of, you know, take it away as much as you can. So if you put your finger on it, it's not smudging anymore. So I'm going to start with white. This is Polychromos white, but you can use any other white. By the way, Polychromos white is not a good white. The reason I put it in the list was because I wanted to keep it simple. Otherwise, I would choose Pablo white or other like Prismacolor white, because Polychromos white has got this strange capacity to block any other color. So for the first layers, Polychromos white is not the best choice, especially if you want to blend it. It doesn't blend well. For something like this, when we are gonna block the area with white, it's actually a good one. It can be a good one because it doesn't let other colors to go on the top of it. You cannot see the pencil strokes here. You can't see the pigments because it's white on white, obviously, but you can see that I am doing round strokes, small and round strokes, and I'm keeping them very close because especially in the middle of this section, it's actually white, right? So we're not going to blend it with anything else. We might glaze it a little bit with the blue, but not a lot. Just so I'm blocking this white, and when you block it with white on a smooth paper, it's like I don't know if any of you have done watercolor. So there are some blocking pastes or liquids. This is works similar to that. The next one that I'm going to use is dark indigo. Dark indigo. And I'm gonna start the dark area with dark indigo because later on, like for example here, if you have a look, it's slightly lighter, and the principle of dark light to dark, I'm gonna just put a little bit of this around this area, the light area, so I can, when I blend it, it doesn't look like it's like an isolated area. It actually blends with the next color. And it's sort of, I think everybody can see that this is actually a like a reflection of something, sky, and on the top there are some trees or something reflected in the eye. So if we get this right, it is gonna look amazing. Again, I might not be able to finish this, but I'll try to do at least inside the eye and iris, because we're going to cover the fair in our sessions tomorrow and the next day. So very light pressure. You're asking which pencil sharpener do I use? I use a manual for something that is small like this, and on an extender. The manual that I use is the CUM one. This I can show you. This is CUM, KUM. I get it from Amazon. I don't know whether you can see. It's a German brand. And my electrical one is called, let's see, the brand is Tenwin. Tenwin. Can you see this? Tenwin. It's a Japanese brand. So, okay, I did this. Then I'm gonna get my black, again, sharpen it. I love my manual one, but it just takes so long to sharpen with. So I'm gonna go and blacken this from here to there, and I'm gonna speed up. So I apologize if I'm doing it quick, but it's just putting black down. You can speed up with this. In here, I just noticed that the black part is just like that. So I leave this area to lighten a little bit later. Just this bit. One thing that I keep telling my members and my students all the time is that do not be afraid of adjusting yourself or making mistakes. You can make mistakes, 100%. Everybody does. If somebody tells you, even the most experienced color pencil or any other medium artist, they don't make mistakes, they are absolutely lying to you. Everybody does. But the thing is to know how to correct your mistakes. That is the trick. So I just noticed in here that I need to lighten this area, so I left it. Later on I get my dark indigo back and we'll mix that. The other thing that, if you notice, I haven't put any line art there because I can't see any lines there, so there's no point putting a line, you know, trying to make this pupil round or different, because it's not showing. And what you can't see, don't draw. I do have that one, Com. Thank you. Yeah, Com is a very good brand. And you can get one. Recently, I couldn't find the one whole version on Amazon. I bought about, I don't know, 50 of them in a when they were on sale last year. So recently these are, I think, discontinued, and they have the one they have made it. They have the ones with 2 different size holes, which is, you know, good. You can, I mean, I can sharpen all my pencils with this one. But if in case you have a thicker one, those are good. Can you see, you know, those little circles in the middle? They are, if you look at your reference, they're not highlight, they're just lighter. So I'm just going to go around them. I am not going to use a different color. I'm going to use the same black color here on those, but I just add them after I've done a few layers everywhere else, so they get less layers. And if I put a little bit of gray on the top of that, then it'll be look completely different from everywhere else. So all I want with these are to be slightly lighter. Okay, now that I put all the blacks down, let me see. A lot of times you might do a one part and then come back and you've gone too far in one part. So it's important to keep an eye on your reference. Okay. I just noticed that there are 2 light lines, highlights here, so I'm gonna get my white back in it. So one is here, right under the next to this edge. So I just put about 2 millimeter lines here, and I am pressing quite hard because I want them to stay. And there's another one here, just here. These are probably tear lines, as we call them in human. There's another one here. Let's just put our whites down while we're here. And then there's another one here. So everywhere is blocked. Right. Go back to blacking. Now I can go over this, and if you are gentle, your pencil will find those lighter lines, your highlights. Because I can't see any of those. This part is also black. I think there was a line art here that I missed, so there is a lighter area on this side, so you know you can freehand that, it's not a big deal. And also there are some highlights here, so I'm gonna go around them, make round shapes there, and then blacken the rest. We could have blocked those dots as well with white. The most important highlight in this eye is this one. This one. If you get that right, and probably this one, then you'll have a realistic eye, even if you miss the rest. Putting the details down is absolutely up to you. You can choose. I have students in color pencil school. They choose not to put all the details down, and their style I absolutely love, but they have one style and they keep to it. So they have developed their own beautiful style. See, my pencil just found that line that I put there, which was a white one. Okay. In these two parts, I think I'm gonna leave that because I'm gonna tell you how to do the transition. There's another little white there, so just there. I'm gonna put that there, and I'm gonna put whites in there as well. Okay, now that highlight's been done, I'm gonna put my black pencil all around this, and I think okay, so there was a white line here as well. I think I thought it was there, it's not there. What is this? I think that's my graphite line staying. Looks gray. I'm talking about this. Okay, and we can put them, join these together. There's a black here coming round. Okay, so this is my first layer in black. I'm gonna leave the white. I'm gonna carry on leaving one sort of thin space between this, the edge that was black, and let's make that right. So you are now going to learn something else. Here in the middle, if you notice, I have not chosen that a color for that. This is supposed to be like it's like beigey color. So imagine if you didn't have a beige color, what would you do? You only had a brown color, like walnut brown or something. So you would put a very thin layer of white. It's not the end of the world when you don't have a color. You can make it. So this is white. Just put in a very thin layer here. It's a thin layer, but it's everywhere, okay? And hopefully my white would let me to put some other color on. This is walnut brown. I'm going to sharpen it. Right. And I'm going to start, you know, leaving a little gap here, because you can see that gap there. And then starting from here, and I'm gonna put my walnut brown down. This is the color of walnut brown. Can you see what is the difference? So there is the real color, that. But in here we are getting a light brown because I put some white underneath. So you can absolutely make colors with color pencil. You can layer them and make colors. Right. So looking at this, and up to here, after this darker edge, it becomes really, really lighter. So I'm just gonna go over this with utmost gentleness, sort of really, really light. Light pressure. And as I said, white in color pencil, in Polychromos, is not the best white. It does misbehave, but it is doing okay. It is getting a bit patchy, but I think we can live with that. And then I'm going up there, and as you get to this part, it gets darker. So without adding your pressure, you just add to your layers. You go several layers in one spot, and then you reduce your pressure even more and come to this center. And around the pupil, it gets darker again. So a bit more layer. Up there, it's getting dark. We probably have to add some black to this on the top. Right here. And around here. On the iris part of any eye, human eye or any other animal's eye, usually this part of the iris is lighter, and that, if you manage to get that, you will get the prominency of the iris. So it is darker around and lighter in the middle. The difference is that I haven't seen those lines in a dog's eye. They're usually more of a like a flat color. Hello, Leslie. And hi, Simon. Like, not Simon's. It's Simone. Hi, Simone. I thought it was Simon. Thought you were a man. Sorry. Leslie and Simone are my members. Thank you for coming in. Okay. So that's covered. This is dark indigo. I'm going over here. And on this side. And on the top of this. Okay. Getting my walnut brown back, I'm gonna put a very, very gentle layer here on this. It needs to stay lighter, it's not a highlight, it's just lighter. Okay, there. Now I am ready to do this part. For this, I'm using black and walnut brown. So if you don't have Polychromos, get black and your brown. So starting from the top with black. And with walnut brown from bottom. Then going with the black again. Comes around to about here. And with the brown going up. So basically we are mixing the two colors by letting them to meet each other in the middle. Right? Okay. Let's start refining everything. We're going to use a lot of black today. Sharpening. Going in. Pressure about medium light. Almost it sounds like a steak, medium rare, which is my favorite. So medium light. So it's your hardest light basically. You know, if you have a light, it's hardest light. And if you remember, if you were here yesterday, we softened the black with dark sepia. Today we can soften it with either walnut brown or with dark indigo. I think dark indigo is a better choice because it's the eye, and eye is always has something to do with blue because of all the reflections of the sky and everything else. So it looks natural if you have like a shade of blue. So I'm doing my second and my third layer together here because there is no other color to be mixed with this, or it's like a solid black. Going again, not going over those patches. I will go over them in a minute. Okay, now are you ready? We go over these. And because it's only one layer, they're gonna stay lighter, whatever we do. One more layer on this part. And on this part, basically wherever there is only black. I think I just went over that highlight and I can take it back, don't worry. It's not a very bright highlight, it's just a highlight. Okay, and let's see how this meets this part. It goes a bit further, and we'll deal with this part later. I'm gonna get my dark indigo and go over this little top part as I said we would, and then I'm gonna go over all of the black here just to get rid of the grains, soften them. Hi Steph, don't apologize, you're fine. Thanks for coming in. So just went over everything, and I can't even go over those patches because this is blue, isn't it? And it's fine. Okay, I think for this part I'll go over it with my walnut brown, because this is the side of the eye and it is closer to the brown part, so it's better to make it brownish rather than bluish. And I think, because these are sort of beigey, especially this one, so I'm just gonna go over those lighter parts as well. Okay, right, so we're gonna go on the black again, but before doing that I'm gonna use my dark indigo and just go around this patch. So I am hardly touching the paper. It's sort of, I'm hovering over the surface and let my pencil tip to touch the the paper accidentally. I just let it to drop whenever it does. Because I want to create fuzziness, I don't want to create a solid color. I want to create like a feathery effect all around this. Not on this side. Have a look at the reference. This side is actually very sharp, isn't it? So not on that side, but everywhere else. So again, you draw what you see. If you do that, you're fine. You don't need me. You can go. Right. Then I'm getting my black and go the other way with this fuzziness. So we're basically making this edge really fuzzy. I just noticed that this is too straight. So I'm just gonna make this slightly round shape. We do line arts and we trace down. All of us are proud to trace. I don't mind at all. But at some points, you've got to be able to do some adjustments. I'm getting my dark indigo back, going one more time in here. And as you're doing this, I think I need to sharpen my dark indigo. I'd like to start creating those branches. You don't have to follow exactly the the reference. In fact, if you try to do that, a lot of times everything goes wrong and it looks cartoony and wrong. You just use the picture as a guideline and just create what comes natural. So probably these are just reflections of trees or whatever. After you've done this, and there's some here, we can do the one here later on because I have to finalize the edge there. Gonna get my walnut brown and make some of these a bit darker and leave some of them lighter. I think that'll do. That's enough as for the reflections. Now get the black again, go over, and we go over all of these parts. And I'm gonna start darkening this edge because I would like to start building up my iris. So going into that edge with my very light and gentle pressure, darkening this part, looking at the reference. This is dark. This is black. This is Stephanie's favorite color. Not, isn't it, Steph? We always make a joke about it in school. Okay. Okay. And in here, this is my black. See how far I have held it like that, far back, because I don't want to be able to do any hard pressure. Just very light glazing over here. Okay. I am gonna miss out that little lighter area that we preserved. My black is blunt again. It looks good already. Okay, carrying on. This part was dark. Let's make it very dark. Polychromos black, if you weren't here yesterday, I explained that Polychromos black is a translucent color which has its advantages and disadvantages. Advantage is that you can glaze over other colors, and disadvantage is that you can't get a solid black with it. But in here, I'm using the translucency to go over the brown, still have the brown showing, but just darkening it. Okay, so this is gonna happen all around this iris. And on the top even more, because as you can see, it is dark to about here. Then we go around the pupil. And start doing our fuzzy strokes. Again, hardly touching the paper, just accidentally letting it go over, going over that edge again because it's not dark enough. Okay, and now I'm getting back my walnut brown, make sure it's sharp. Mine is still sharp. And I'm pulling out that black color to blend with, and I'm extending my the brown that I created before. I'm doing it in stages because we don't want to darken anywhere too early. So I am not pressing hard at all. It's very, very gentle, but I sort of go up there and then darken the bottom with more layers rather than more pressure. In here again, pulling out the black. And when I say pull it out, I mean it. You pull out your pigments from the tooth of the paper. Okay. And now in this middle part is where you hold your pencil like that, and I just go and glaze it. Shouldn't put any pressure down. You just want it to be slightly darker, because as soon as you put the darker edges, this part starts look too light, and we darken in stages. We do this until we are satisfied with this color, and I think it is actually good. Just one more time. And as you saw, I created all the range of these colors with one pencil with walnut brown by putting white underneath and by pressure control. The black went on the edge. Okay, right, so we need some refinements and then it's done. What time is it? Okay, we might even be able to do some of the fair around it. Black again, and this time I'm going over these dark parts that are around the eye. Because these are not dark enough. And now you can actually, because this is just a very, very thin line, you can add to your pressure and just put that black down. You're not blending it with anything. It's a solid line. So I don't think we had a highlight there, did we? We didn't. Why am I doing it like that? So our highlights are here. This is very, very straight line. I am pulling this out here. And then going over the top of this. We might not even, we might not have to erase this because I went accidentally on the highlight, but I think it's light enough to suggest a lighter area. by contrast it is light when you make around it dark enough. I'm gonna work on these because these are pointless a little at the moment. So let's just go over these slightly. Okay, I think it looks good. I think you agree with me that it looks good. Now, the only thing is just to make this part a bit warmer. This is my one of my favorite colors in Polychromos set. It's a Caput mortuum violet. I'm going to sharpen this. Walnut brown is a very good brown, but it is a bit dull, so I usually use this color to warm it up. So just going over here again on the browny parts. This is Caput mortuum violet. If you don't have any polychromos, you could use a dark red or like a bright. If you have a bright brown in your set, you can use that. So again, holding it close to the back and going over this part, so it makes it slightly pinkish and warmer. And when you get to here, you can go to your light pressure. Here was lighter than light. That was raw meat if it was a steak. Okay, right. I think it's done. No, it's not. Sorry. Black again. I just noticed that this part needs to be darkened a little, because it is not a straight line, it's like a triangle there. Now the eye itself is done. We have 10 minutes, so I'm gonna have a go very quickly to create some fur around this this eye, for which I'm gonna start with a cold gray 1. I'm gonna sharpen that. This is again the principle of light to dark on this sort of pen paper. So sort of the same as you see in the picture, the same direction, and change direction as you come to this side. Not gonna go that far, just this area. Down here is slightly different, it's wrinkly. And just feel free to create any wrinkles you want here. I don't think you can see my strokes. If it was a darker pencil, I am doing these. I'm not going to cover all this section because we don't have time, just to make it more looking normal looking, this eye. On the edge of this slit we have a light highlight here, so I just created that. It doesn't have to be too light, it's just light. Okay, after that, first I'm gonna go over with my walnut brown. Just go over these. And it will, if you are gentle enough, it will go and sit between your other strokes, your lighter ones. And on here, probably, hopefully you can see now the difference in here where we put wrinkly, sort of wiggly lines. Hello, Paula. Paula is my cat. She came to visit. Last night, these nights, she comes and sleeps on my belly the middle of the night, and the thing is that she falls asleep and I can't sleep because she keeps moving, but I can't get myself to make her to leave. Okay, this side of the eye is more of a solid color, so I'm going with my solid coverage, like circular strokes like that. Okay, I'm gonna get my cold gray one again and go in between these again one more time. We'll soften our other darker color. In here, there's not much point doing it, but you know, let's just okay, walnut brown again, one more time before we go darker. I'm not keeping any discipline here. I'm just going randomly, and it is happening accidentally, and it's nice. You don't have to do anything specific here. Let's go darker. I'm gonna go straight to black. Starting from the edge, this is the most important part. I'm gonna sharpen my black. This is the last part we're gonna do. So sharpened black. Do you remember our fuzzy strokes, fuzzy making strokes? Gonna go over this. Look at the reference. There is no straight line here. And once you've done that, then you go and do the same thing you did with the walnut brown and other pencil. Just go similar to, it looks like, you know, it's looking like eyelashes. Gonna darken it a little bit more because this is actually very, very dark. And the reason that we put walnut brown underneath is just to have some lighter specks with the with the cold gray and with the walnut brown, just to have some whiter or lighter specks. Showing. And lucky that Polychromos black is translucent, so it actually serves us really well for this occasion. And here, let's just bring out the black a little bit more. And here pressing a bit harder because I want this to get really dark, and the paper is gonna be saturated, so when that happens you need a bit more pressure. So I'm gonna do my mixing method here, just to make sure that this edge is not a straight edge, and also to make sure there is no gap left between the eyelid and the it's actually skin. It's still not fair over there, but it's the skin around the eye. I'm using the same curly strokes because it will accidentally go between the other colors. And then I'm going over the this edge with light pressure to make it blend. Right. I think I'm gonna stop now and give you a chance. I can stay for another 10 minutes and let you ask your questions if you want. We can keep the keep this on, or you can I can turn the camera back to me, so please ask me any questions. Yes, I agree, Stephanie. Caput mortuum violet makes a lot of difference because, you know, before putting that on, it looks very dull, doesn't it? Every time I look at it, I feel like I need to fix it. Right. Yeah, so this is the inside of the eye. I would like, actually, I did make the line art, was hoping to go around, but I'm always ambitious with time and it never happens, and I never learn my lesson. I still put the line art down, but it means that you can carry on and create the rest of the fur around the eye and make it look more like a dog's eye. So any questions while this is on? Okay, it's going, and it is. I mean, we can always get it back. It's gone. Hello, it's me again. Right, so How's everybody? Did you manage to get anything done? Are our American and Canadian friends are still here? Are they still here? Thank you, Stephanie. I agree. It does look great. I'm glad you're impressed with yours, Jasper. I hope you share it, Jasper, in the group. Oh, you are on YouTube, aren't you? Are you a member in the free public group, Color Pencil School Artist Support Group? If you are, you can please share it. We'll appreciate it. Great, Sapphire. Thank you very much. Thank you, Stephanie. Kiss back to you. So it's a bit odd. Usually I talk to my members in our live meetings and they talk back to me, and you know, I'm not used to just talk and just sit there and wait. But still good to see your comments. Simone, you're away. Have a good time. And coming, I'll see you in the Color Pencil School. Thank you for coming in, everybody. You're too busy finishing. Okay. Right, that's good. How is it looking, Beverly? Are you happy with your drawing? I'm sure you are. You should be in any case. Thank you, Leslie. You're welcome, Simone. Right, if everybody's happy, Shirley, you're very welcome. And Beverly, I'm happy that it looks okay to you. I believe that whatever we draw, we should be happy with it, because it's never a failure. It's always a learning. Shirley and Simone, are you still seeing me on Facebook? Because I'm getting a message that it might be a problem on Facebook. But anyway, even if it has got problems, it's all right, because we finished. Karen, you are welcome. And yes, it's a good idea to watch it later and draw. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye for today. Don't forget to register for the free workshops at the end of this week, and if you can attend them with you know, live sessions. You asked for Sepia. Did you use it for this demo? Did I ask for Sepia? I did. No, I didn't. I could have, actually, but I didn't use it. Sorry. we just managed without it. I forgot that I had it in my tray. No, you didn't miss it. I didn't use it. Okay, if I'm still live, I'm glad that I can say proper goodbye to everybody who is here, who was here. Thank you very much for being here. There's no problem asking. Just ask any questions, Sapphire, that you have ever. There is no wrong questions. All the questions are right. And I see you tomorrow if you're available at the same time. and register for the free workshops. The link is in the comments and in the caption for both YouTube and Facebook. Thank you very much. Bye bye, everybody.